A couple of days ago I was going to try to photograph the birds of prey once again, but yeah, it was a long day. Of course, really good to be out, but I didn't get any bird at all. I heard the buzzard in the trees around, and but they didn't come down, and I think maybe it was because I saw 3 or 4 white-tailed eagles in the air, and the smaller birds of prey are really skittish when they see larger birds like eagles, and therefore they were only sitting in a tree, and they seemed like they were a little bit stressed out and always looking up in the air. So yeah, I was in the hide for 6-7 hours straight with no activity at all. So I could not make a vlog about that. That would be too boring for you. When I was in hide, I was thinking about a really great experience in the hide there 3-4 years ago, and I thought I would share that with you. So the birds of prey, they are really special. I really like to photograph them. They have such variety in appearance and where they nest and stuff like that, and it's so nice to get able to photograph them. It's not easy because they have really good eyesight, and they're to just wander around in the woods and hopefully get a bird of prey, I would say almost impossible, unless you want to like get a bird of prey in high in the sky and you get like blue sky in the background. But in the winter time you can put out some roadkill, and they will occasionally find that and go down and feed on that, and therefore you can like place the hide and hope that the bird will come so you can photograph it a little bit closer. But all the birds of prey has a different character, like I said, and they are really beautiful in its own way. But there is one bird that stands out for me, and that's actually one of the smaller ones of the other types, so like the buzzard or the goshawk that I usually do have, and that is the hen harrier. I really like the hen harrier, and that is a bird that normally nests in the highlands. A small body and really large wings, so it's almost looks like it's a butterfly when they are flying. So it's so gracious to look at that bird in flight. And I had a dream of photographing that bird, but it's not easy at all. I remember, I think it was 3 years ago, I was out and we had a hen harrier in some days come down to feed on the roadkill, and then I was really eager to go out and try to photograph it. But every time I was out, there was no bird at all, and I can remember I sat almost 9 hours straight to wait for the bird and didn't get anything. So I started to lose a little bit patience. I can remember it one day that I sat and the weather was perfect. The sun was up and it was in the middle of the winter. And the good thing in Norway is that in the middle of the winter, the sun is low in the sky all the time. So you get that golden light almost all day actually. So you can photograph in full sun in the whole day. Of course, the day is not as long as they are normally, but yeah, this was great. Everything was perfect, and I hope that the bird of prey will come, and hopefully, if I was lucky, the hen harrier. Suddenly, I saw the hen harrier out in the marsh further out. It looks like it was just hunting for mice, and suddenly it turned around and came towards me, and yeah. it came closer, closer, closer. And I was ready with the camera and hoped that they would come in the close and maybe land on one of the branches that I had put up for it, so we can sit there and rest. And lo and behold, the bird came. And the good thing about getting the hen harrier in flight is that they are, like I say, really gracious when they're flying, and therefore it's more easier to follow that bird. Especially if there's not too much wind, they will fly pretty straight forward. If there is wind, it can be much more trickier, because the wind can like catch the bird to side suddenly, because they are really light birds, and then they try to like maneuver around that, and that can throw you off when you're like trying to get them in flight. But this was a calm day, and it has a straight flying right towards me and towards that the branch, and I got really nice series of images that day there. The cool thing about the hen harrier is actually looks like an owl in the face. It's same like formation in the face, so it's really different from like the buzzard or the goshawk. So yeah, that was so cool, and I visited the place a couple of times more, and I got more action and more picture of the hen harrier. I will show you more of that later. So that was great. And dream number 2 was the male hen harrier. The male hen harrier is much more skittish than the female, but I think it was in 2016 or 15, I can't remember quite, but then there was probably a young hen harrier, a male that has been in this place before, maybe before it got the adult feathers. It looks like it was a little bit more trusty of that place, and suddenly it came in, and I got really nice images of the male hen harrier as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful male with the gray blue tonish in the feathers. So different from the female. I got really nice images of that, and a dream came true. So yeah, that was the story about one of my best experience in the hive for birds of prey, and it's still in my memory, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And my lesson is, it takes time, and I have said it before in another video, but it takes time and time and effort to create the pictures you want. You got to put in some time to be able to photograph. I have said so many times in hide and blinds with hours and hours, and didn't get anything. But suddenly one day when you're getting that moment, it's so good, and everything in your body is like tingling, and yeah, you are so happy, and the memory is sticking to you for a long time, probably the rest of my life. And of course I got the picture to go along with it, so good to like look at the picture and memorize that beautiful day with the hen harrier. So yeah, take care, hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next video, and here are some pictures, and yeah, I will see you, bye.